Good morning, everybody. I'm back up in the loft. It's a nice, cool summer day, so it's not too hot up here at 9 o'clock in the morning. But today I wanted to show you something easy and quick and fun that you might want to try. Lately, paper tape has become very popular. You can go onto Etsy or any craft supply store online and you're going to find all kinds of paper tapes, or sometimes they call them Japanese washi tape, W-A-S-H-I. They come in all different prints and patterns, and they're made of a really nice, thin, papery, almost like a tissue-y material that you can use on your journaling pages. They're getting a little expensive though, so I found that you can make your own. And I actually got this idea. I did not come up with it myself. It was in, I think, a Stampington magazine, one of the Somerset Studio magazines. And one of the artists that contributed showed a very easy way to make your own paper tape using some very simple supplies. So I'm going to show you how to do that. And just so you know what I'm talking about when I say paper tape, I've got a couple different kinds here. This is a nice set of alphabet tapes. They come in all thicknesses and all different colors and sizes, and they're really easy to work with. They tear very easily. Most of them you can paint right back over top of. These were from the Martha Stewart collection. They're a little bit more waxy. They're a little harder to work on top of, but anyway, that's what we're talking about, and I'm going to show you a really easy way to do this. So what I have here is a piece of this is palette paper, which you can mix paints on, so it's got a nice slick surface, but I think you could also use probably wax paper. It's just something that your tape will stick to but will pull back off of eventually. So what I'm going to do, I think I can fit about 4 pieces of my homemade tape on here. So I'm going to just apply some masking tape strips right across here. And you want them to be pretty flat, so try to get out all the wrinkles. And I'm using a Scotch masking tape because it's really nice and sticky, and when you go to put it on your pages, it's not going to pull off. Some of the cheaper brands I don't recommend because they're just not tacky enough. So I'm going to apply one more, and then I'm going to get some of these wrinkles out. Alright, and one of my favorite tools, I think I showed you before, little piece of countertop, a sample from Lowe's. It's really good for scraping. So I would just try to get out as many of the wrinkles as you can. And then what you're going to do is you're going to need some permanent ink. So either Stays On or one of those really permanent archival inks. I've got black and I've got red. You can use either one. I think I'm going to stick with black because it shows up a little bit better. And you're going to pick some of your favorite stamps. I've got a nice one with numbers here. I've got one with a key. Got some polka dots. You can do anything you want. You don't even have to, this one is not going to fit all the way on the masking tape. I don't care. So I think I'm going to start with the bubbles here. And I'm just going to ink up my ink pad. And for my first piece of tape up here, I'm just going to stamp across. So you want to push pretty hard so it shows up, but this is not rocket science, just keep going. I love the smell of Stays On ink too. It's kind of addicting. Probably kills brain cells, but that's okay. Alright, and so maybe for my next one, I like this long number stamp. So usually when I have big stamps like this, I turn them over and I ink them up this way. Works a little better. And you might want to do one right side up, maybe upside down. What the heck? You could use any color. It doesn't have to be black. I've got red here. I've got a brown Stays On. They make all different colors, so feel free to use whatever you want. But the reason we're using Stays On is because we're going to be adding another ink color on top. So I think I'll just do these two, but you can, I'm going to continue with the other two eventually. So I would just give that a moment to dry. If you really want to set it in, run your heat gun over it just to make sure the color is set, but stays on, ink dries really, really fast. So next, get some of your colored ink pads out, whatever colors you want. And very simply, you're going to take this, and you can either dab or rub. And because we use stays on, it's not gonna, the black ink is not gonna come off. I think I'll use 2 different colors here and maybe blend some green and blue together. Alright, maybe for the next one, I think I'll do some red. And I mean, you can be as nice or as carefree as you want to be. Kind of a nice pinky color. So that's it. I mean, you can once again set the color. Just a second or two, and then I would rip off this whole page, and I can go and use any piece of this tape on my pages whenever I want to. So this can tear off. This might go right onto a page in my book. I can work on top of it with paints or markers or anything I want, or I can just leave it the way it is. But that's an easy, quick way to make your own paper tape. Have fun!